Hi guys, thanks for coming back. Charlie Lee confirms GBMiners has stopped signaling for the Segwit2x Bitcoin hard fork, which is expected to occur mid-November. This is the official Twitter message from Charlie Lee, the man himself. GBMiners, 2.5% of the total BTC hash rate, stopped signaling for Segwit2x hard fork. First of many pools to realize the folly of this hard fork. This is in fact not the first. The first pool was, this is the GBMiners pool, and the first one to actually stop signaling was the F2Pool. They stopped signaling I think earlier this month, and F2Pool have around 14% of the global Bitcoin hash rate. They're quite big pool in comparing to GBMiners, and it's nice to see more and more pools getting on board. Support has definitely dropped significantly for the Segwit2x from around 83.28% to about 66%. Many miners have also moved from Segwit2x support, and you know, they have moved from pools that were supporting the Segwit2x to slash pool, and the reason being is slash pools lets miners choose which fork to support, the Segwit2x or the original BTC blockchain. I think about 3,000 miners moved to slash pool, and they have you know, chosen to stay away from the Segwit2x. Slash pool is actually the fifth, well, thanks to obviously these miners that have moved to the slash pool. Now slash pool is the fifth largest pool with around 8.5% of the Bitcoin hash rate, and 6% only actually of the miners are obviously supporting the Segwit2x, and 75% are choosing to stay with the legacy. This is on top of the fact that Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong all spoke against Segwit2x. I personally hate the fact that we keep forking Bitcoin. I don't see as to why we're doing it, and the only reason I see this happening is people just keep talking decentralization, and we need to bring back the original Bitcoin, the ideology of Bitcoin, and all this, but I can only see it as people trying to make money out of it. Obviously, by forking, the people who own lots of Bitcoins will get lots of free Bitcoins depending of the fork. They will probably then sell. Most of the cases, we can't sell when the price is high. Like for instance, now when Bitcoin Gold was created, the price was high the first day. Now it keeps dropping, and I'm sure lots of people who actually are inside the whole situation and the whole forking possibly sold, made quite a big you know, huge amount of money, and now we're waiting to get our Bitcoin Gold. Same thing with Segwit2x. What's the purpose of it? Another bunch of people getting together, trying to make something else, trying to fork again the Bitcoin, obviously giving us a free Bitcoin Segwit2x. But looking at what's happening and people drifting away from it, I wouldn't be surprised if the Segwit2x Bitcoin is worthless, to be honest with you. I mean, we were doubting Bitcoin Gold, but I personally think Bitcoin Gold definitely has more value, definitely has greater you know, prospects than the Segwit2x, and I do see future in the Bitcoin Gold, especially with the fact that us, the miners, will be able to mine it with our GPUs, mining rigs and whatnot. But with the Segwit2x, I truly believe it's pointless. But I don't think because of the support getting less and less, the fork won't happen. I do believe the fork will happen, but I also believe that the Segwit2x could fail, which means that we may have another fork. In fact, there's already talk of fork in December, and I think they're calling it Bitcoin Silver, which is crazy. Let's see when we're gonna stop. If you go back to when I was making the videos originally for the Bitcoin Cash, I said it even back then that what is it to stop that all these forks gonna happen 2007, that 2018 we're not gonna see another 4 Bitcoin forks, or maybe even more, because it just seems like something normal these days. Everybody wants to make fork out of Bitcoin, and that is disappointing because there should be only one Bitcoin. Of course, we only have one Bitcoin so far, but you know, probably the last one will just be called Bitcoin free, I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see. So and in regards to Segwit2x, we must not forget as well that currently does not include strong replay protection, nor does it have the consensus across the you know, the community. And we've just seen it, you know, more pools are drifting away, more miners are drifting away, countries are not in support of it. So I wish if it doesn't happen, but I do believe it will happen. But I honestly do believe that is pointless. And the sad thing about that is that some people are getting into Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin right now at the highest peak of its price, simply so they can get this free Bitcoin, whatever, Segwit, let's say in this case. But if it's worthless, you know, it could be a bit disappointing, because I do believe after this Segwit2x, if not even before that, the price will drop a bit. We are due for correction, guys. Let's be honest right here. You know, the price has been going up and up. We got used to the price being, you know, going up and up, and I do believe we are due for correction. The price will fall a bit, and if people are just getting in now into the Bitcoin just so they can get the Segwit2x for free, they may end up being a bit disappointed, because you know, again, as I said, the support is obviously drifting away from it. I believe it could fail. Many others believe it could fail, and if the price afterwards drops down to under 5,000 or maybe even 4,500, and you get a worthless Segwit2x, it could be a bad deal. But of course, if you're gonna hold long term, there's never a bad time to buy really Bitcoin, at least in my opinion. So there you have it, guys, official from Charlie Lee, the man himself. And yeah, let's see if any other pools will come out against the Segwit2x, and obviously stop signaling for it. First look at the market just before we go, or just before I end the video. As you can see, the Bitcoin is slightly going down the price, maybe simply because of the latest news. We never know, sometimes news like this do have effect on the price, and possibly some people are selling simply because they are seeing the same exact thing that I just said, that if Segwit2x is worthless, maybe it's better to sell now when it's at its peak. If it drops down, you buy back obviously more Bitcoins, and then you continue. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're enjoying the channel, feel free to subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.